But first, we're going to meet a lovely dog, the sort of dog that really fascinates me, a police dog, the most decorated police dog in the country. His name's Theo. He's a German Shepherd. And when his handler, PC Gareth Greaves, first met him, well, he knew he was a very special pup, but he didn't actually think that he may have been a police dog.
Oh, no. They've been together 9 years now. So let's go and talk to PC Gareth Greaves. Good morning, Gareth. And there is lovely Theo over your left shoulder there, having a little snooze by the looks of it.
He is. Good morning. Thank you very much. He's an old man now, so he spends most of his day sleeping and eating.
I know the feeling. And he's about to become very, very famous because your book's out next week. My hero, Theo. I mean, that's a big accolade, my friend. Why is Theo your hero?
Theo's a very special dog, and he's served me and the members of the Greater Manchester Police and public very well. But what people don't realise is when he comes home from work, he still looks after me, and Theo saved me on many occasions, even when off duty, and he's always been there. So he holds a very, very special part in my heart, does Theo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very special relationship. When you first met, kind of day one, did you think, yeah, this dog has got what it takes?
No, when I first met Theo, I'd gone from having a police dog called Riley, who was a serious piece of kit. He was a fantastic dog, very confident. When I met Theo, he was cowering in the corner of his kennel like his world had ended, and I'd just come back to the unit. So when we met, we were both a little bit broken, and it was like two perfect worlds meeting at that moment in time. It was lovely. But he wasn't the police dog I would say I was hoping for.
But he certainly became the police dog that you dreamed of, and you couldn't have really had a better partner.
No, Theo's been an amazing police dog, not only to me, but to members of the public all over the country. And looking back to that date now, if I ever thought I'd be here speaking to yourselves about how he's reached the press worldwide, nationally, and saved me and many people on many occasions, I couldn't have imagined it, and it just shows how special dogs are. But Theo, to me, I won't ever get one like it.
But Gareth, here's what I want to ask you. Theo is 10 years of age. Hopefully he's got many, many years left. And the working life of a police dog seems to be, what, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. But how does an animal trained so specifically, how does that animal actually know it's in retirement?
It's a good question. They don't at first. And the horrible fact is, the day he retired, he doesn't know he's retiring. So there's many occasions now when I go to work, I have to sneak out the house in my own clothes, because if he sees me in uniform, he still thinks he's going to work. And although his mind's, his body's not. And it's like, it's such a horrible feeling when you leave your house and he's at the window looking at you with the big brown eyes like, don't go.
We said there, Gareth, that he's one of the most decorated police dogs in the country. Just give us an example. You say he's saved people's lives. Give us an example of one of those feats.
One of those feats very stands out, where he was tackled an individual who was armed with a petrol can and a knife, and he put himself in the way to save himself and my colleagues, ended up resulting in being set on fire in a huge fireball. And even when he was on fire, he came back and defended us all and looked after us in a very special way. The dog holds no bounds when it comes to loyalty.
And even his last day was quite eventful, wasn't it? The day he retired? Yeah,
it was. On his retirement day, 20 minutes before I was ending my shift, I didn't want to go back in. I didn't want that day to end. It was a very sad day, and knowing that you're going to work each day now, not working with something that you love so much, was difficult. And as I was driving back to the unit, I should have took a right turn back into the unit to park up my van, but I decided not to. And if I wouldn't have done that, about 30 seconds later, we were passed by a stolen motor vehicle at about 120 miles an hour. So his shift ended on a high, detaining 3 individuals. And I couldn't have asked for a better way to sign off, really. It was very fitting. And when you hear people cheering in the comms room and clapping, it's very emotional. He's a special dog. I won't ever get one like him.
Well, of course. And anyone who buys your book will read a story in it that the bond between you two was so close, even to the degree that you felt that Theo stopped you taking your own life. Could you tell us what you were thinking then?
Yeah, certainly. One of the major problems with men and police officers, we don't discuss our mental health, and we are human, and I've been struggling for a long time. A lot had gone on in my life, a lot of pressures. I'd lost a lot of people. My life had changed, and the pressures of work was very difficult. But we struggle with those times. And when I was struggling at my darkest moment, I always thought about my 2 children, obviously. Would always bring me back to baseline. But one of the fundamental facts was that night I'd left Theo at home, and if I wouldn't have returned home, who was going to let him out? Who was going to feed him? He's always been there for me 110%. And loyalty shows no bands with dogs. And, you know, yourselves have got dogs, people around the country, I hope you can relate to that when they read the book and realise that they're very special animals and society could learn a lot from them, really.
So agree. It's amazing to hear your story. And, I mean, I do often say, if humans treated you the way dogs do, you know, the world would be such a different place, wouldn't it?
It'd be amazing, as long as we don't go around sniffing each other's bums, but yeah, it would.
Do you think Theo might just wake up and just, if we call him, Theo?
Look, he's a police dog. You don't
Hello?
say, you don't go, Theo, you go,
No, but
Theo.
he's not, he's retired.
Dog.
Look.
Oh, he's retired now. He's gone. His days have been formidable now. He just enjoys playing with my little girl Erin every day, and he's very much her dog now. That's what he does. He's like.
Oh, there's so much I want to talk to you about, Gareth. But I mean, basically, you know, they say if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. And you chose to be a dog handler within the police force, and not a lot of people do. There are very few of you guys actually doing what you do. What would you say to somebody watching this today and thinking, I never thought of that, I wouldn't mind doing that? What would you say to them?
If you go to work every day, like you're saying, and you're doing the job you love, I've dreamt of being a police dog, and ever since I was a little boy, I'm doing my dream job. And it is an amazing, if you can think about your most magnifying experience every day, times that by 10, and going to it with your best friend and someone that's going to look after you. Yeah. I'd do this job for free. I'd look after the people of Greater Manchester for free.
Beautifully put. Yeah, beautifully put. Well done. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you, Theo.
Thank you, Theo.
And Gareth's book, My Hero, Theo, the brave police dog who went beyond the call of duty to save lives, including Gareth's own. It's an amazing story.
Gareth, thank you very much. Good to talk to you. Bye-bye, Theo.
Thank you very much. Bye,
Theo.